Whatever people! Welcome to our review of The Jungle Book 2016. The Jungle Book is about a small boy named Mowgli who has to leave his one and only family to try to go into a man village. Connor, what did you think about The Jungle Book 2016?
Jungle Book was great.
Yeah, it's great.
In my top 5 of the year so far.
Top 5, yeah. It's definitely a great movie. It's, first off, I know that everyone's been saying this, and I know I'm kind of beating a dead horse here. But the special effects are amazing.
You have to see it in 3D.
Yes, it is so 3D worthy, and the special effects, how was this shot all in an LA sound studio?
Yeah, you think it's
how?
In, Africa or something.
And
it really does seem like it is in the jungle. It's amazing.
A ton of people are like, oh, it's gonna look totally fake because, it's shot entirely in an LA sound studio instead of in, Africa. That's really cheap and lazy.
Gods of Egypt.
Yeah, but it looks amazing. The score is great. I mean, the way that they use it, sometimes it overpowers the movie a little bit, but it overpowers the movie in the best of ways.
Yes.
I really like the score. The main kid, he had some moments where he was okay, but overall he was
pretty good
great.
For being 6.
Yes, he's 6, and he's acting at CGI, which most adults can't even do. That was great. They have these twists on songs. They have, Bare Necessities, which they aren't really singing. They're more just speaking.
Yeah.
But it's a great song. And then they have the King Louis song. A ton of people were saying, oh, that's out of place and that doesn't really fit there. I thought it worked brilliantly.
I thought it worked brilliantly. The only song I didn't like was after the credits, Scarlett Johansson singing Trust in Me.
Yeah.
She wasn't the best at that. But
it was kind of annoying, but then again, that's not really part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Scarlett Johansson, the scene with Ka, it's a tad exposition heavy, but it's a great scene.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it delivers exposition in the best of ways.
Yeah.
I really liked that scene. The voice acting overall is fantastic. I mean, Bill Murray. Yes.
Is the best, in my opinion. Christopher Walken and Bill Murray were both amazing.
I thought they were both great, but by far, the best part of the movie was Idris Elba as Shere Khan. Oh my god, he just brought an presence to the character. Whenever he walked on screen, that's all you saw. That's all you saw was him, and his voice fit perfectly with the character. He does some brutal things in the movie. Spoiler, skip 5 seconds, he kills someone, and you're scared of him, and you're terrified. I was scared of him, and I rarely ever get scared. He was an amazing character.
Oh, yeah.
His character and his voice acting, fantastic. I thought he was by far the best part of the movie and the best villain we've seen this year, and probably the best villain we'll see all year long.
Wow.
I know that's a long shot, but he was amazing.
Was John Goodman by far.
John Goodman. See, I even think he's better than John Goodman.
Really?
I do. He's so fantastic. I can't picture this movie being as good without him. I can picture it being a good movie, but without Idris Elba as the menacing presence that is Shere Khan, I cannot picture this being as good of a movie.
Wow.
I know, bold statement, but it's the truth. Cinematography.
Yeah.
Great.
Great. Even though it is shot in the sound studio, it's still great.
Yeah, it's definitely great cinematography, and it sort of moves with the characters. From the opening scene, you're like, oh, I love how the cinematography is moving with him running. It's great cinematography. The final action sequence was really suspenseful, and it didn't feel forced into the movie. I was scared, oh, it's an action sequence in this movie, I think it's going to be forced in, but it didn't. It felt natural. I mean, there's one thing that's unbelievable in it. I'm not going to spoil that, though, but it's overall, it's a really entertaining action scene. What I love about this movie is that it really expounded upon the original. It made the original a better movie. And I love how they did a lot more with the Fox characters. The Fox characters just became, you really felt for them, and you really cared about them, where in the beginning it was just like, oh, okay, they're here, they raised Mowgli, and they're out of the picture.
You mean the wolves?
The wolves, did I?
Yeah, you said foxes.
I said foxes, I'm sorry, I meant the wolves. The wolves are fantastic. I had a ton of nostalgia with this movie, but I love how it has nostalgia in the best of way, where it isn't overly nostalgic, but it has nostalgia here and there with for example, they show the baby elephant in the movie, and you just feel nostalgia. It's not even forced in. It's like a 5-second camera movement. It's great. It shows a lot of respect for the original, but it's also very different at the same time. It doesn't end the same way. It doesn't have the same story structure, but it shows a lot of respect.
Book, right? Which is Yeah.
Well, no, that was based on the Disney original. They were going to
No,
make a movie called
no.
Jungle Book Origins in 2017 with Andy Serkis, which is now threatening to be canceled based on the book.
Well, the book came before the movie.
I know it did, but
Yeah.
the Disney one was more based on the original book, on the original movie. But
Yeah.
they definitely varied from the movie quite a bit. And one final thing, the directing is great. I mean, Jon Favreau, with Iron Man, Chef, and now this, he has shown that he is a versatile director and he can do practically anything.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all my goods for The Jungle Book.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else to say?
No.
No? All right. You got any bads about this movie?
No, no, not really.
You don't really have any bads? I have one bad, which kind of stood out a little bit to me. Sometimes it feels a bit childish. And they had to do that to get the PG rating. Because, I mean, I'm surprised this movie got a PG rating. It's pretty terrifying. But I feel like sometimes it was a tad too childish. And it didn't really feel like a normal movie at times. But that was really on rare occasion. Overall, I think this is a great, amazing movie that you should definitely go check out. And that is why I give The Jungle Book a 9 out of 10.
I actually give it a 9 out of 10 as well.
9 out of 10. All right. Well, we're comparing it only to one movie this weekend, which is the original 1967 classic, The Jungle Book. Connor, what did you think of the original Jungle Book?
I thought this one was okay. I did not find it to be the best Disney animation. I thought Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Cinderella, and many other movies to be much superior. To be much better. What I meant. But I don't find this to be the best animation movie. Like, the animation was good for its time, but Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was like 5 years earlier, and I thought the animation was much better than that.
Wow. Okay. I am on complete opposite spectrums of him. I love this movie.
Well, complete opposite spectrum would be if I hated it.
True. Still, I love this movie. I don't know what you're talking about. The animation, to me, still holds up perfectly. It's not like some sort of CGI animation. I think it even holds up better than Toy Story, to be honest.
What?
I think that it looks fantastic. The first Toy Story, honestly, it looks a little bit dated now, because there's been so many development in animated CGI. But the animation in this is fantastic. I love, although it's a tad random at times, I think that really worked to the film's benefit. Again, Shere Khan, I don't think that this movie could have been as good without Shere Khan. He is one of the most menacing villains in Disney history ever. I love how fast the movie goes by. It's an hour and 38 minutes long, and you feel like it goes by like that. It's just such... the pacing is fantastic. The directing also is great. And I love how you feel for all the characters. All the characters, they're all their own individual person, and they all have their own individual beliefs. And I really liked that element of it. Is it a tad childish? Yes. And does it hold up as well as, say, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? No. But I love this movie, and I have so much childhood nostalgia for it.
Yeah, I don't think it, I think it's kind of forgettable, to be honest.
Forgettable?
Yeah.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. I love this movie, and that is why I give The Jungle Book 1967 an 8 out of 10.
I give it a 5.5 out of 10.
5.5. Alright, so it sounds like our ordering is the same. The Jungle Book and The Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah, mine's The Jungle Book, then The Jungle Book.
Definitely. Yeah. Alright, so that concludes our review for The Jungle Book and The Jungle Book. I am Robert Burke.
And I'm Connor Gilbert.
And this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.